My name is Mabel Rose Thompson. I'm 103 years old, and I'm about to share something with you that would make every single nutritionist in America absolutely lose their mind. Every single day I eat the exact same 4 foods. I've been doing this for the last 40 years straight. Now, before you click away and go back to watching somebody dance on your phone, let me tell you something important. I have outlived 7 doctors, 7 intelligent men, every single one of them brilliant as could be, and each and every one of them told me I was eating all wrong. Back in 1985, Dr. Patterson told me my cholesterol was too high. He said I needed to give up eggs. He put me on some low-fat diet, gave me a whole color-coded chart with green foods and red foods, treated me like I was one of my first-grade students who couldn't follow simple directions. You want to know where Dr. Patterson is right now? Forest Lawn Cemetery, plot number 247. He passed away at 71. Massive stroke. And here I am, still standing, still eating my eggs every single day. Let me walk you through exactly what I eat every day. No exceptions, no variety, no food delivery service, no meal kits. First, 3 whole eggs fried in real butter, not egg whites, whole eggs, yolk and everything. The yolk is where the real life is. For 40 years they warned me that eggs would kill me. Cholesterol, they said. Heart disease, they said. You're playing Russian roulette, they said. Well, I've been pulling that trigger 3 times a day since 1963, and I'm still right here at 103, while all of them are 6 feet under. Do you know what's inside an egg? Everything a baby chick needs to grow into a full-grown chicken. It's a perfect, complete food. God wrapped it up in a shell and said, here you go. This is everything you need. But some man in a lab coat decided he knew better than God. And now people are drinking egg whites from a carton, throwing away the yolk, throwing away the very best part. That's like buying a brand new car and tossing the engine in the trash. I cook mine in real butter, not margarine, not that chemical spray they sell in an aerosol can. Butter from an actual cow, the way nature intended. Second food, 1 pound of ground beef every single day. 1 pound, 80/20ths blend. That means 80% lean meat, 20% fat. They warned me that red meat causes cancer. They said I'd end up with colon cancer, heart disease, maybe even spontaneously combust. I said, Doc, my grandmother ate beef every day of her entire life. My mother ate beef every day of her life. I've eaten beef every day of my life. None of us got cancer. Maybe you should be studying us instead of those rats you keep feeding sugar to. Do you know what's inside beef? Everything your body is practically begging you for. Iron, B12, zinc, creatine, carnitine, all those nutrients they try to sell you in a bottle at GNC for $49.99. Your own body is made from this stuff. Your muscles, your blood, your brain, all of it is built from the exact same materials found in that beef. I cook it simply, just ground beef in a cast iron skillet with salt. No fancy recipes, no complicated sauces, no 47 ingredients shipped from around the world, just beef and salt. You want to know why? Because a cow is a miracle machine. It eats grass, just grass, and turns it into muscle, into protein, into strength. It takes sunshine and soil and transforms them into something that builds human beings. And here we are eating cereal that comes in a box with a cartoon character on the front, wondering why we feel like we're 80 years old when we're only 35. Third food, 6 small red potatoes boiled with the skin on. That's it. They told me carbohydrates were bad. They said I'd get diabetes. They put me on some low-carb diet back in the 1990s, and I felt like I'd been hit by a truck for 3 straight weeks. I said, forget this nonsense, and went right back to my potatoes. Do you know what a potato really is? It's energy straight from the ground. It's what kept the Irish alive. It's what kept soldiers alive through World War II. It's what kept me alive during the Great Depression when we didn't have much of anything. These days, people are so terrified of food. They're counting macros, tracking everything on apps, weighing each bite on a little scale like they're running a drug operation. I just boil 6 potatoes and eat them. My grandmother did the exact same thing. She lived to be 96. Fourth food, raw milk, a tall, cold glass with every single meal, straight from the cow, unpasteurized, unhomogenized, unmessed with. This one really makes them furious. Raw milk is dangerous, they say. It has bacteria, they say. You know what else has bacteria? Your entire damn body. You are more bacteria than you are human. Your gut is supposed to have bacteria. That's how the whole system works. I've been drinking raw milk since I was 6 years old. That's 97 years of so-called dangerous milk. I'm still waiting for the danger to show up. Want to know what's actually in raw milk? Enzymes, probiotics, fat-soluble vitamins, all the good stuff that gets destroyed when they heat it to 280 degrees and turn it into white water. Real milk is thick. It has cream floating on top. It tastes like something alive. What they sell in the grocery store is dead. It's been cooked, separated, homogenized, and put back together like Frankenstein's monster, and they still call it milk. I call it overpriced water. 4 foods, every single day. Breakfast, 3 eggs, 2 potatoes, 1 glass of milk. Lunch, half a pound of ground beef, 2 potatoes, 1 glass of milk. Dinner, 3 eggs, half a pound of ground beef, 2 potatoes, 1 glass of milk. No snacks, no dessert, no cheat days, no variety. And before you say it, yes, I already know it sounds boring. You know what else is boring? Being 103 years old and still able to walk, think clearly, and take care of myself without help. You know what's exciting? Being 60 years old and needing 12 different medications just to get through the day. Here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Your body doesn't need variety. It needs nutrients. We've been sold a complete lie that you need 47 different foods to be healthy, that you need exotic superfoods from some rainforest, that you need expensive supplements and powders for this and that. It's all designed for one purpose, to sell you things. Your great-great-grandmother ate the same things every single day. Farmers' wives ate the same meals for generations. And you know what? They were strong. They raised children, worked the farm, kept everybody alive. Now we have people eating 73 different things in a single week, and they can't climb 1 flight of stairs without getting winded. The problem isn't a lack of variety. The problem is a lack of real food. Here's what happened. Back in the 1950s, some scientists decided that fat was the enemy. They had zero proof, they just decided. So they told everyone to stop eating fat, stop eating eggs, stop eating beef, stop eating butter. And what did they replace it with? Sugar, processed carbohydrates, vegetable oils, chemical garbage. And what happened next? Everybody got fat, everybody got sick, diabetes exploded, heart disease exploded, cancer exploded. But did they say, hey, maybe we were wrong about the fat? No, they doubled down, they invented new diets, low carb, keto, paleo, vegan, carnivore. Now everyone's got a diet, everyone's got a book to sell, a program to push, a supplement line to promote, and people are sicker than they've ever been. I'm 103. I've watched this entire circus play out from beginning to end, and I'll tell you what I've learned. The people who live the longest eat simple, not complicated, not exotic, simple. My friend George passed away last year at 101. He ate oatmeal and sardines every single day for 60 years. That's it. Oatmeal for breakfast, sardines for lunch, a light dinner. Everyone thought he was crazy. He outlived every single one of them. My husband Robert, God rest his soul, he made it to 95. He ate the same breakfast every day for 50 years. 2 eggs and toast. Same thing. Never changed it. Aren't you bored? People would ask. He'd say, bored? I'm alive. That's exciting enough. The happiest old people I know, the ones who made it past 95, they all have one thing in common. They found something that worked, and they stuck with it. They didn't chase every new fad. They didn't reinvent themselves every 5 years. They didn't keep searching for the perfect diet. They found their 4 foods or 5 foods or 6 foods, and they ate them every single day until they died. And you know what? They died late, really late, with their minds completely intact and their dignity fully in place. Now I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to like it. The food is only half of the equation. You can eat my exact 4 foods every single day, but if your spirit is rotten, you will still get sick. I've seen it happen. A man named Walter lived down the street from me in the 80s. He read all the health books, ate clean, exercised every day, did everything right. Dead at 68. Cancer. You want to know what really killed him? Bitterness. He spent 40 years angry at his brother over some inheritance dispute, carried that hatred around like a backpack filled with rocks. The cancer didn't kill Walter, the hatred did. The cancer was just the method. Here's what actually keeps you alive: having something to wake up for. I wake up at 5:30 every single morning. Why? Because I have things to do. I have a garden to tend. I have a neighbor who needs help fixing his fence. I have a great-granddaughter who calls me every Tuesday. I have reasons. Having people to love. You cannot do this life alone. You're not built for it. You need people, real people, not followers, not likes, people who will sit with you when you're scared, people who will tell you when you're being an idiot, people who actually show up, having peace in your heart. Forgive people. I'm completely serious. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, because you deserve peace. I forgave my mother years ago. She was a hard woman, cold when she was stressed. I carried anger about that for decades. You know what happened when I finally forgave her? Nothing changed about what she did, but everything changed about what I carried. I got lighter, I got free, laughing even when it hurts. Life is going to hurt. That's guaranteed. You're going to lose people. You're going to fail at things. You're going to get scared. But if you can laugh, even just a little bit, you can survive it. I buried my husband 10 years ago. Robert, the love of my life for 68 years. The day after the funeral, I was sitting in the kitchen, crying like a little child. My granddaughter came in, saw me there, and didn't know what to say. So I looked at her and said, "He always told me I'd be lost without him." Turns out he was right. We both laughed, and then we cried, and then we laughed again. That's how you do it. I'm 103 years old. I don't have much time left. Could be a year, could be a month, could be tomorrow. So let me tell you something straight. You are wasting your life. Not because you're eating the wrong foods, though you probably are. You're wasting it because you're waiting. You're waiting to be healthy before you start living. You're waiting to have more money before you take the trip. You're waiting to lose weight before you ask someone out. You're waiting for someday. Let me tell you about someday. It doesn't exist. I had a friend named Betty, good woman, worked at the telephone company with me back in the 60s, always talked about retiring and moving to the coast, opening a little bakery, making pies every day. Just 10 more years, she'd say, then I'll start living. You know where Betty is right now? She's in the ground. She died at 62, 2 years before retirement. Never made it to the coast, never opened that bakery, never made those pies. She spent 40 years waiting to live. Don't be Betty. You want to know why I eat the same 4 foods every single day? It's not just about health. It's about freedom. When you simplify your food, you simplify your whole life. I don't waste mental energy deciding what to eat. I don't waste time shopping for 47 random ingredients. I don't waste money on fancy products. I wake up, I know exactly what I'm eating, I eat it, and I move on with my day. That simplicity gives me space for what actually matters. Time with people, time in the garden, time to think, time to just be. You people nowadays, you're drowning in choices. You have 600 types of cereal. You have meal delivery services. You have apps that tell you what to eat based on your DNA. And you're more confused than ever, more stressed than ever, more unhealthy than ever. You know why? Because you're trying to optimize something that doesn't need optimizing. Food is simple. You need protein. You need fat. You need some carbohydrates. You need minerals and vitamins. That's it. 3 eggs, a pound of beef, 6 potatoes, and raw milk give you all of that. Everything else is just noise. If I could go back in time to when I was 30 years old, here's what I'd say to myself. Stop chasing. Stop chasing more money, more status, more achievement. I spent too many years working overtime, bringing lesson plans home every single night. I missed dinners with my own children while I stayed late grading papers. I missed my daughter's dance recital. I missed anniversaries. For what? A bigger paycheck? A pat on the back from the boss? None of that matters now. None of it. What matters is that I missed those moments, and I can never get them back. Eat simple. I figured out my 4 foods at 63. I wish I'd figured them out at 23. Think of all the years I wasted eating garbage. Think of all the energy I wasted being sick, being tired, being mentally foggy. Find your 4 foods. Eat them every day. Move on with your life. Love people while they're still here. I waited too long to tell people I love them. I thought there would always be more time. My sister Margaret, we had some stupid fight about absolutely nothing when we were in our 40s. Didn't speak for 3 years. She died suddenly at 53. Brain aneurysm. I never got to make it right. I never got to tell her I was sorry. I never got to tell her I loved her. Don't be like me. Say it now. Today. Not someday. Let go of the hate. Life is far too short to carry grudges. Too short to stay angry. Too short to keep score. Forgive people. Not for them, for you. Because that hate is poison, and you're the one drinking it. I'm 103 years old. I've been around for 2 world wars. I've seen 18 presidents. I've watched the world change in ways I never could have imagined. But some things never change. Your body needs real food. Your heart needs real connection. Your soul needs real purpose. That's it. That's the whole game. Everything else, the diet books, the supplements, the life hacks, the optimization, it's all just distraction. Eat your 4 foods, love your people, forgive your enemies, find your purpose, and for God's sake, stop waiting. There is no perfect time. There is no someday. There is only now. I eat the same 4 foods every single day because it works, because it's simple, because it gives me the energy and clarity to do what actually matters. Doctors can't explain it because they're looking for complexity. They're looking for the secret supplement, the magic ratio, the hidden hack. But there is no hack. There's only real food, real love, and real presence. That's the secret. And it's been right in front of you the whole time. Now go eat your eggs and call your mama. Mabel Rose Thompson, 103 years old, still here, still kicking, still eating my damn eggs. Subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and share.